The very warmest of welcomes back. I'm Hambbage, and we're about to play some more Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys are all doing well and feeling good, ready for some more fun and adventure. Let's see what the world's got on tap for us today. Get the slide out of the way. We don't need that. And wow, just wordless excitement is what the splash screen has for us today. All right, get this thing popped up here. Last I recall, we were maybe back to home. Yeah, I think we were. We just hadn't done any of the unloading. Found out we'd gone a little bit long yesterday, IRL. Last video, just over 2 hours, and just kind of a... Oh, hey, that took us a little bit longer to get back and finish up than we'd planned. So, not a big deal. Certainly not a deal breaker of any kind, I don't think. At least not for me. You guys can always skip forward or tune in for the next video if you like. Of course, you guys know what you're getting in for before you get started. You just look at the video length and go from there. So yeah, kind of decision time. We got this one piece of an ancient debris, which is wonderful. That was just a bonus in our tunnel clearing. These are the bricks I'm thinking about using for the sides and framing around the walls of the nether tunnels that we've just carved out, I guess. We didn't really construct anything. We just yanked out all the pieces. So that's something we might do. We'll see. Not too certain. Why not spread out our our supplies of cobble some more. More gravel. Alright, so I think at least to start today, we're going to be doing the cleanup and repair thing around. We talked about it some during the last video. How do we want to... Hey, Salty, hope you're doing well. Let's go up and say hi to Guava real quick as well. Hey, Guava. Yeah, you're looking good. A little rainy out. Stay dry. At least you got a roof now. Speaking of which, maybe we'll leave S'more to his own devices. Now, as we get going here, just doing things around, let's not miss out. Once again, loads of gold. And every time we get, well, we're doing pretty well. We've only had one get a stock here. So I'm not going to make any more apples. We'll just make blocks out of the rest of that. Pretty close to a stack there. We're going to store the ancient debris there. No sense in doing one. It's just going to be idle. We can't do anything with them outside of groups of 4. So, alright there. Let's go do what fortuning we can while it's raining. And then, yeah, I think we can do, I think we've left them low. But we can maybe keep them low and still do a cows and chickens. I must have put it away to avoid confusion, which is a good plan. It's big brain. Alright, so we got some nether quartz. This should at least help us get the shovel, the axe, and a couple, maybe the first of the picks cleaned up a little bit. We'll see how far it goes. So another nice, beautiful morning here. Already a little cloudy. I couldn't quite tell while I was out if it's building or if it's just like, sometimes here, at least when you get up in the morning, it's kind of overcast and kind of looks cruddy, but it's really just the humidity from the night before that evaporated as the ground dried out and everything, and effectively burns off. It's kind of the terminology for it, but goes away and can become a pretty bright day. Now, so far this year, I think it's just seasonal kind of. I don't know what the likelihood is, but so far we've had, totally clear, bright mornings, and then lots of afternoon moisture, that's the pattern that we typically get. But I think, and I haven't checked the weather through this Sunday today. I haven't checked the weather through the weekend at all. I don't know if anything's shifted, but I think today and tomorrow are supposed to be fairly wet. Again, we seem to have this pattern where the beginning it's great. Kind of Thursday, Friday, Saturday are pretty nice, some scattered storms and stuff, and then Sundays are kind of Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays are the cold, wet, cloudy, rainy, damp type times, which is, back when I used to work in an office, the bummer was, it's kind of depressing, right? It's like, oh man, I got to go back into the office and back to the real world, all that. And not that it's a bad thing. Hopefully people enjoy their jobs. That's, again, something you make the decision about, much of the circumstances of your work are going to be determined by your mental outlook, and you can't expect that anything is going to be all puppies and kittens and that kind of stuff. It's work. You're there for a reason to serve a function, and you just got to accept sometimes that's not going to be what you want to do that day in particular. It's like laundry or I don't know, doing the dishes, mowing the lawn. There are things all throughout life we don't necessarily want to do, but that's a part of the deal, right? And certainly with a job that, you're not saying, hey, give me money for enjoying myself. You're there to serve a purpose and do it efficiently. And so sometimes you have to buck that up, but I mean, definitely look for a good job that meets your living needs, but is also something that you actually enjoy doing, so that to the greatest extent possible, you're not feeling like you're going to punishment when you go to work. You're going to a good quality way to spend your life. And ideally, you should be able to leave work on any given day and feel that you've done something meaningful and, valuable. You should come away with that same good feeling you get if I always say, hey, end of the episodes, take care of yourself, and if you can't take care of somebody else. Why do I say that? Not because I'm trying to be preachy or anything. I just personally find that one of the most genuine feeling good, euphoric type feelings you can get in your life is when you surprise yourself by doing something unexpectedly nice for somebody else, ideally a stranger, and you see the grin on their face. The shocked, wow, that was really cool. There's good people in the world just doing random good stuff. It's, I grew up, I was a kid in the mid-70s and 80s, was kind of when I was very, very little. By the time I was in high school, it was the 90s, so that's kind of my spread. But, back then there were a lot of just smile. The T-shirt with the smiley face on it was a kind of if you will, an analog meme back in the day. You know, everybody had a sticker or something that had the just smile. And the song, I know Minecraft had it on the splash screen the other day. Don't worry, be happy, and some of those kind of things. But you know, this whole idea that smiles are free, pass them on, and that kind of stuff. You don't have to. It doesn't cost you anything to not be a jerk. It's really free, and it's one of the most rewarding things that you can possibly do to for yourself and for other. Obviously, you know, the other people get the benefit. They get the benefit of whatever nice thing you just did, and you get a benefit of seeing that unexpected happiness on the not unexpected by you. I mean, you're kind of doing the nice thing, and it's not, you know, there's no obligation, right? You do something nice, people don't have to expect it, but you know, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be huge stuff. Just kind of that. When you're at a busy intersection or something and you just wait and wave somebody across, you know, take your time. If somebody's like trying to get out of a parking spot in a grocery store, backing out in their car, and you see them going, and you just wave to them. You're like, hey, go ahead. I'm not, you know, just taking that 30 seconds to let them go and, you know, assure them, hey, it's no skin off my back. You know, you get out of that safely. And no, I'm not going to breathe down your neck. Those kind of things. And so, yeah, that's kind of my hope when I just say that little blurb at the end of most of the episodes, is I do hope people find that happiness. But the reason I'm talking about that, I do think you should have a little bit of that feeling when you leave work on a given day, right? Let's just grab these. You control how you view things, and you actually, you know, the saying, you create your own reality. Wholeheartedly agree with that. You determine if the people at your work are jerks or not, largely by the way that you treat them. You know, again, all human relationships are two-sided. Right? There's no, oh yeah, it's all Barry's fault. Barry is the jerk at the office. Now, granted, some people can be a little tougher to reach. I'm not saying that everybody is Santa Claus on the inside, but there is definitely, you know, the people that seem cold and quiet in an office. Oh man, yeah, nope, right there. Sure, they definitely aren't being the most outgoing to you, and it may seem like they're being standoffish, but maybe they're just a little shy. Maybe it's not in their way to be outgoing, and they've been either teased or rebuffed or just had bad encounters with past coworkers, so they're kind of into that rut of, I'm just going to go to work and keep my head down, get my job done. If I don't bother other people, they won't bother me, and we'll all get through this day together. Which is okay. You know, sometimes that's a good outlook to have, especially if you've got a coworker that's being problematic to you. You know, sometimes you got to say something and kind of make sure that things that are untenable or unacceptable don't continue. But not everything has to be a dramatic confrontation. Sometimes it's better to just be, hey, you know, look, we're all here to get a job done. Let's just get that done. And you know, that can work. It can be non-confrontational and pretty good way to diffuse stuff. So some people may have just developed that, but they also may be looking at that cloudy Monday morning and going, man, I wish I didn't have to go to work today. I would love to get by without it. Oh, you're one of those guys. I don't know if you have buddies, but oh man. Oh, you gotta get more steak too. We'll cook that up here whenever it goes to actual night. So yeah, on those days when it's kind of low and dark, and I'm not saying this, certainly it wouldn't be something I would do these days because older, closer scrutiny of my diet and all that, but maybe on the Monday morning when it's a little dreary out, it's the day, you just set the alarm a couple minutes earlier, or maybe you haven't, but maybe you don't spend as long watching the news on TV before you head out the door, as if anybody really has time to do that. But, if you can spare a couple extra minutes, maybe you swing by the donut shop and just say, hey, it doesn't have to be the super fancy stuff or anything, but maybe, just, hey, can I get a dozen cake donuts or something that are, not going to break your bank, but it's a gesture, right? Yeah, they may not be anybody's super favorite donut, but you can bring them in and, just put them out on the, if you have just a smaller group of people that you really work with, that's, either walk them around and say, hey, I brought some of these, I'm going to go put them out in the, the break room or whatever, but before I do, I want to make sure if you wanted one, you got a chance to grab one. Or you can just keep it anonymous, you can just put them out on a table and say, hey, have a good month, put up a little sign or something. Take one, have a good day. Now, I don't know, COVID, I haven't worked in an office through all that. Maybe that's a big no-no these days. But it's the gestures, it's that kind of stuff that don't assume that just because anybody else isn't going out of their way to make you extra warm and fuzzy, maybe it's because they're not feeling it and they could use that back from you. So again, we all set our own attitudes. I think we got here just by talking about the weather and the fact that it was just slightly overcast but looked to be pretty nice. Now out to the west, a little cloudy, so that may last, and I may actually get burned here a little bit. I did my quick get up, stretch the legs, walk around before breakfast, and then I ate, and I was like, well, why don't I get one of these done here? And I was literally finishing up breakfast as I brought the laptop back online, got all the software and stuff running and ready to go. So it's going to be questionable. I hope there's some chance this afternoon to get out and about. We'll see. I think it's more likely to be a little damp here today, but hopefully still variable enough that I can get out and enjoy. I still can go out. Rain doesn't prevent being out. Oh, excuse me. As I said, just finished up breakfast. A little hiccupy here as I come out of the eating time into the speaking and talking time. Ooh, I saw a pumpkin laying over there loose. I should make sure to get that on the way back. Don't want it to despawn. Or was it? How did I miss it? Was I just seeing things? Well, either I saw a vision of a pumpkin that wasn't there, or it despawned as we went down to the end of the road and back. Either are possible, because I'd done all the other harvesting between then. Come on. Alright, how we doing? Still some sun. Let's go hit these again. Then I think we'll maybe go hop a boat, shoot over to the lodge in preparation, and just kind of chill for the night where the sugar over there may grow a bit more, because it's we're not there. It's not usually loaded, and it's been pretty low. But if we could get a big sugar harvest for paper, we've got lots of different trades out for that. That would be some good XP. And again, as I've said, we don't. This is mainly about repairing the tools at this point. We don't need a emeralds in particular, or any of the trade goods exactly. Before we go, and we may go see if we can generate some drowned underwater or something. I don't know. Spend a night kind of goofing around a bit. What I wanted to do was grab that. And do we have a full stack? We do. Get that cooking. Put that up. Alright, let's go fight. See, this is pretty low still. Yeah, I'll pick up some stacks or the pieces of iron I think I still have in here, and see if any of my golem buddies need. Yeah, anytime you want to get out, dude, you're welcome to. We're just gonna put these in here. Get that, because why not? And of course the random bit of fighting will just help us just a bit more on the recovery. You look like you're in pretty good shape. Whole stack of you guys down here. Ooh, phantoms. Oh, well, this is a good chance to wonder, do phantoms take issue with, or do golems take issue with phantoms? Alright, enough. Ow. Ow! Stop it. I don't want to. Hey. Come on. Look. Jerk. Now, stop it. Let me get up on this roof. Plant. All right, you gotta go. I'm sorry. There. Now, where are they all? Yeah, that was kind of fun. Didn't quite heal my pick, or anything. Peel my pick? Yeah, we don't want to do that. Alright, I don't want to lose this. Now we've got a clear path up. What I was trying to do when I was so rudely interrupted was check on the health of these guys. They're all looking pretty good. You guys are still looking good. Those phantoms didn't get you, huh? Alright, well, that's very good. So this is really what we're hoping to encourage while we're out today is a bit more sugar growth. There's some more. Very efficient, guys. Good job. And that was why I was kind of in a hurry to try to get to the rooftop when the phantoms were around. The one thing I do not want to do right now is risk angering golems. Like they're doing a bang up job. They're good, but when you start raining arrows around, and you guys have seen plenty of piglins and some of the other mobs that have, just let my arrows pass right through them when it looks like it's a dead shot. So knowing that the game does that, don't start trying to be a hero with arrows when your golems are around. They'll potentially, going in. Don't try to claim ignorance. Some gunpowder over there. Don't try to say, oh, I didn't know. Yeah, we've seen it happen plenty. So, well, what do you say we go down into the depths? No trident there. Oh, okay. Huh. That wasn't exactly what I expected. It's cool. How am I gonna keep this from, This may wreck all this. Yep. Bummer. Well, it was cool while it lasted. My mistake. It was because I was swimming. I could go through the one high gap and then didn't really have a means of climbing back up out of it. But it did reset my air. There's a drowned coming up. He may be stuck though. Alright, see, this just running around has helped our sugar incredibly. Shouldn't one of my golem friends be on that? There you go. Good job. Smash them. Just like that. Kind of like Enderman in the desert. I do think we... Oh, why? That one was my fault. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, very strange. Only that one clump of phantoms. Ooh, here goes the laptop fan spinning up. Wonder what wonderful surprises the software updater or something will have. And I gave it kind of a rare night off last night. Ooh, look at that. The jungle trees with the sun coming up. Looks good. I'd done the video yesterday, kind of afternoon, evening type time. And while, again, it went a little long, so it had a longer upload time. But while it was going, I watched the new episodes of Love, Death, and Robots. And I thought they were well done. It's kind of funny as I was rewatching a couple, because I think, as I'd said in a different video, when the new episodes had come available a couple days ago, I'd kind of forgotten that I hadn't made it through the series and how much I'd enjoyed it. So, knowing that, I wanted to go back through and rewatch. Can I? I know you're big and all, but guess not. So I'd watched a few of the early ones already, but I hadn't. The first series, if you want to call it that, was, I don't know, like 16, 18 maybe? It was a bunch. This latest one was only 8. But yeah, as I started uploading, I had a couple of the last ones of the first series playing, and one of those was from a writer I've really liked over the years, Alastair Reynolds. Actually, two of the episodes in the first run were based on his short stories, and so as it was going, I was kind of like, man, I haven't read anything of his in a while. I haven't really thought about it too much, but I wonder where, kind of as a writer, what he's been up to, what's out there. And I think there's one more novel I haven't read. I think we'll have to check, but I may be getting that on my Kindle here shortly. And then there were we got all kinds of stuff to clean up now. I didn't do this very well. Oh, and I still have the shulker boxes. So let's prepare with those first. I can take one down this way, because the carrots and potatoes will be our big loads. Anytime. Alright, that can go in. Really, this doesn't help me much at all, does it? We want these. We want those. All of that in here. Alright, let's just go back into the house. Put all our nighttime stuff away. Maybe our beef will cooked. Probably not. I'm guessing it wasn't loaded, but... Oh, look at that. All that stuff can go away for temporary storage. The iron, let's actually grab a bit more of that. One odd gravel. Bow we don't need. Now, was there anything else we needed to grab from here? I don't think so, right? Oh, around the lamp. Okay. Again, you can use the hoe if you want to on the wheat and the beets as well. But the only bonus you're going to get is to the number of seeds, not the number of wheat or beets that you harvest. So, up to you. You know, we could always process those into bone meal, as we were doing with our machines. But, yeah, I don't know. Is it worth it? Is it not? If we get to the point where we want a lot of white for something, then very possibly. And one thing that we could do, I think, we could make some white for the insides of our tunnels underground when we're going through the cutout parts of our tunnels, as opposed to the parts that we're going to build up over the lava lakes. And I'll show you, you know, when we're working on that project, I'll kind of show you what that means. But the tunnels are kind of designed to be light and airy, not overbearing, right? More like a tube, you know, kind of like the aquarium idea that we talked about in the underwater diamond mine stuff, where, you know, we kind of glass tubed over to be able to look up into the flooded ravines. And when we're out in the lava, again, the glass will have the same effect. It will prevent the ghasts from seeing us, so they'll just kind of go about doing their day, and we can just zip on by unobserved. But it's nicer to be able to see around in that environment as we go, be able to look around, than just stare at walls endlessly. So, definitely something I'd like to see. Again, we don't need to worry about the bone meal at the moment. That's why we make a lot of storage. But, you know, it's something we could consider. Just doing bone block, which I don't know if you can go upwards. I don't know if you can take enough bone meal and make a bone, and then enough bone and make a block. You can go the other way, I know. And I think you can use bones to make bone block, I think. I don't know that I ever really have, but I think that's a thing. Which is kind of nice when it comes down to it. We'll just leave 2 of these, get it done with now. But I don't know that I'd want bone block rounding out my tunnel. That seems a bit morbid, and Just the coloring on it is a little off, but dyeing up some like some terracotta would be kind of nice. I think that would. Oh, I thought we were. Never mind. We'd only cleared the second row, so we'll have to do one more batch of seeds. Swapped out. So I think with whatever time we have left at the end here, if any. Okay, let's grab these and these. Put them in. I think we still have plenty for the cows. If not, they can wait for a bit. Remember, self-denial builds character, helps you be more appreciative of things you do have. So we're really just helping our cows develop. Gonna quiet down to this end of the farm. I hope that doesn't say something about my bees down here. And we had bred them up again. I kind of would have thought that would have kept them full. But that's something maybe while we're doing just these odds and ends type jobs, we give a look to. And of course, this is going to get a little hairy, but let's try to load our pockets. We can travel by night. Come on. Okay, there's that. No creepers yet, right? No creepers. Ooh, I hear more phantoms. To the tower! Oh. I do kind of want the phantoms. Might as well, right? Okay, now we've eaten. Is there anything else that we need right here and now? I don't think so. We pulled a bit more. I think our boat was back over this way. Could have maybe gone. Oh, creeper. Dang it. Lots of creepers. Big creeper night. Alright, turtles, I'll try to make my battle with evil forces on your island quick and clean. Wow. Thought I heard the wing sound. Ooh, okay. Okay. You guys are alright. Fun, I give it that, but we do want the sugar. Those are some well-positioned golems. That means I can hopefully run up to here. Oh, don't you turn away. Now, where's all their loots? I didn't think that other creeper was so far away that, I guess I did just blast them all off the side. Some of this is just on water, right? Why aren't any of your other friends over here, dude? Seems like we're always coming to patch you up. And I appreciate the work you're doing, I really do. But, it just seems like the rest of the team would, help cover. Oh, you can see the flagpole top glowing in the distance. So nice. What can we do up here? Well, we can't get up too high. Alright, let's... I don't think that was that high. We really had to make the falling noise through all that. Where were we on that one, Team Golem? Huh? Will he come up here to get me? I've never really fought a Enderman from above before. That's kind of new. See, we're having new experiences on this night of fun. You see anything? Where are your friends, buddy? Phantoms, no big deal. You know, I think we've kind of illustrated that you can take a pretty good beating from them, and there's not too much damage. You know, mainly they're a frustration type deal, but they can knock you a bit. So watch out and be ready if you hear that first sound. Just don't stand on an edge. Like I was out looking this way, like, oh, maybe I can snipe some things with my bow and arrow, which is fine. That's a good solution or occupation. But just beware that, you know, just one of their little attacks could push you back off an edge. So, really, dude? I think you're an iron junkie, is what you are. Seriously, bud? Take better care of yourself. Alright, day's coming up. Nobody's woken up quite yet. We'll go do one more pass around the sugar and go inside and do our trading. Well, a few of them are getting to full height now. Kitty cat. Pick up our boat. Ooh, you're in the water again. Can I now push you out? Because you'd be a good help for that other dude. Out you go. I was talking a little bit ago about favorite book lists, and I think from the youngest children's books category, one of my absolute favorites has to be Katie and the Big Snow. I don't know if it was by the same author as like Mike Mulligan and his Steam Shovel. I think that one has maybe stood better against the test of time than some of the rest. But let's leave those. Come on, carrots. And we can unload a bunch of this. I do have an axe in there. Nope, looking for carrots. Who wants carrots? Carrots? I know it's been a while, guys. A little tougher to see the axe, but it's not gonna. None of the tools are gonna shoot up on these lower trades if just through the pumpkins and carrots we can get this last one, or first one, healed up. Be a big help because the wheat and beets, more experience, the melons and pumpkins and stuff, those will really help us out. I think those are the only two carrots at the moment, so let's stock up with taters. And then we'll come back to carrots. Hopefully by that point they'll want more. Be ready for more. I know, it's been so long since I've gotten... Now it's all carrots. Before it was like I couldn't find anybody that didn't want carrots. man. What the? When I came over here, I was like, oh, it's tough to get rid of the potatoes. Everybody wants carrots. But then as we started our trading, I was like, oh, wait, I was wrong. It's been too long since I've traded, and they all really want carrots. Or whatever, backwards. And now I come back over with potatoes, and it's like everybody's back to carrots. They don't switch. It's just my luck of who I talk to or out there. But job is getting done. Just keep looking at that kind of grayed out pick down there. See, it's almost fully set up. He's all saturated. He wants carrots. There's some more taters. Alright, now. Come on. Let you go. Lock those back up. Let's just, while we're here, grab all of that. Why not? Okay, now for whatever reason, now my pick is fully... Boy, that isn't jumping much at the moment. That's all right. These are just our warm-ups. These are really to get us sale prices as much as anything. All right, we want them all extremely happy by the time we get to selling our other stuff. In fact, I think we'll just leave them in there for now. Alright. Those are some better jumps on the repair. Maybe a third? Oh, no, you want wheat. Wheat? No, we don't have wheat. We're all out. Just one more stack of beets to somebody. Okay, 11. Oh, no, we do have wheat. Come on. Playing blind. Alright, well done there. I think we left... Did we just convert the emeralds into... Ooh, look at all that for paper. So we're already in good shape. Put all those little odds and ends away. And all this stuff out. Let's go ahead and pick these up. Store them. Store that away. Well, I think we're good on for a bit. Those away one more time. Alright, now here's the... Who wants to have a sale? You do. Not you. What? Guys, we just did a lot of trading. I'm not gonna lie, this is actually pretty disappointing when it, oh, there, okay, so maybe we were just storing up some XP in the... You're still not on sale. You still don't want anything. Why did a bunch of these guys not go on sale for me? Very sad. Let's go check. I think we may have more. I don't know if we grabbed them or not. Did we grab the pumpkins or not? Yeah, we did. Darn it. No! Alright, well, that didn't quite take care of us. I really thought we'd be through one batch and on to the next. Remember, we're not trading paper to him. Okay, bedtime for them. Should give us plenty of room. Hopefully our day of trading will have given more grow up time for our sugar here. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing that it's taken quite so much to repair our tools, and reinforcement, some kind of XP source is needed. However, that was one of the bigger XP sucking chores that we can actually have to do. Running through those long stretches of netherrack really wears down your picks quick, and not a whole lot we can do about that. Alright, I'm going to come down to this corner here, and after we clean up those guys, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Alright. And while we're just waiting here, just over an hour. Oh, there we go. In the last video, I was talking about cherries and how I have a whole. Watch them. Boom. Take that, you skelly. How I have a whole bunch of different favorite foods based on circumstances, how they're prepared, all that kind of stuff. And I said, oh, I did cherries into my oatmeal, and how those are kind of a pain to prepare for a use like that, because you got to take out the pits. And this morning, I had my more traditional. I usually just scramble up a couple eggs, a couple links of turkey sausage, and then some kind of fruit and coffee. I've got usually I do try to keep, sometimes I don't, but usually I try to keep a bunch of the fresh green onions out of the produce section, and I'll just take one of those and slice it fine, or dice it, I guess is more accurate, to put in with the eggs, along with a little garlic and some black pepper, maybe a little chili powder, just a little bit of seasoning. I try not to use too much salt for the heart health stuff, although a little bit, not a problem. Just prepared foods and stuff, it's so over the top. If you look at the nutritional information on the daily percentage of salt that's in, and I'm not even talking about salty snacks and stuff. I'm just talking about frozen foods, that kind of stuff. It is, it's like, how do you expect a person to eat like that if, one serving of, I don't even know what, soup, right? The cans of soup. Look at the salt on those, and it's 35% of your daily nutrition is coming in, or your daily salt is coming out of that. And then it's like, okay, well, if I had some crackers or bread to go along with that, I'm up at half my sodium in one shot. And that doesn't even begin to account for the snacks, and that kind of stuff that's so easily just skewed up when you're like, oh, 8 Doritos also have 30% of my daily sodium. That's where it really gets out of hand. So, but yeah, in my eggs, I try to over season. I've kind of switched to using just powdered garlic as a substitute for salt. I think to me, it adds more flavor. I don't feel that the food is under seasoned that way. And then I've always been a pepper guy, so black pepper, chili pepper, habanero, whatever. And a little pepperiness is really good for me. So sometimes I'll mix in some kind or the other, but yeah, season up some eggs, and then a little bit of fruit and a little bit of sausage. At the moment, I don't have it, but I also very much like, when they're in season, sliced avocado. Ooh, that's the really good stuff. So I was back to that, but I had, not having any avocado or anything, I had just, I don't know, dozen or so cherries on my plate. Much easier to eat them that way too. No slicing, no red juice all over the fingertips. Just pop in your mouth, pop the pits out into a napkin if you're trying to be polite, or into a bowl or a saucer or something. If circumstances say that that's not disgusting to other people, then yeah, you're on your way. So that was how it started pre-stream. And that's kind of my big caloric meal usually of the day. Then I'll usually have some salad, maybe a piece of fruit or something, kind of as a go-between. But usually at dinner, it's pretty much salad. Sometimes I'll mix in some protein or a cooked vegetable to go along with that. And it, kind of depends on how much I've been doing recently. If I'm, really exercising a lot, then I may ratchet that up. Certainly, if I then save some of kind of my looser food decisions for when I'm out hanging out with friends, or going to be out at a restaurant, or eating with family or something like that, somebody that's prepared a meal. Then you don't have to say, you don't have to say, just try to make the right decisions when you can easily control it, and know that, yeah, all right, there's times you don't have to be completely locked into this stuff. Just try to make the right decisions as often or as you can when it's convenient, so that when it's not, you already know you've kind of got some banked up. There was a guy, I think he was back maybe in the 60s. I don't know when the exact term of his life or anything, but I know it was like the 60s or 70s that he was writing and recording stuff. And I only found out about him maybe 10, maybe a little more longer ago than that. I don't remember his name, but this was a guy that had been in, I think, World War II or around then, in the military, and moved up to Alaska and was I don't know if he was, by trade a mechanical engineer or anything, but he worked on a lot of the mining gear and probably some of the fishing equipment, I think. Just kind of as a mechanic type role, but not just car mechanic. He was fixing heavy machinery and stuff. Just generally a real good tool guy. You'd kind of call him a handyman, but was more machine based than anything. Well, I don't know what inspired it exactly, but he decided that he kind of wanted a different life. He wanted to kind of, he loved hunting and fishing and hiking, and he lived in Alaska because he enjoyed it. And while he enjoyed people and kept in close contact with his family and his friends, he'd moved to Alaska, and they were somewhere back in the Midwest, Iowa, I want to say, maybe. And so he maintained his contact over time with them through letters and things. But he basically said, "No, I'm going to get out," and he built a cabin on a remote fly-in only lake that was bordered on national forest land or something. Again, all the details, has been a long time since I've really read anything about him, but he built a cabin by hand remotely after a friend that had a float plane business and had kind of shown him this lake. I think his friend had a cabin on it, and even set him up that he could stay there while he was getting started. And his friend came up to fish, maybe a couple weeks a year, whatever. So his was truly kind of a getaway. I think we already have a sweeping edge, but 10 might be a pretty good price on that. And then we can get a clock if we want to, so we can be all blinged out. Okay, there's him done. I don't think we have a lot of other paper trades, but I think there was one, maybe. If you're going to stand to the back, so they're all going to. You guys are very upset at me, aren't you? Feeling a little neglected. I understand. You're partly right. Okay, you want? What's your Power 5 book? Alright. Alright, let's see what your next tier trade is. Blast Prot 2. I don't know that we're really going to be seizing that. Still working on the pick. Don't forget, that's why we're here. But yeah, so this guy, cool story. Nowadays it probably it connotates more images of, kind of counterculture, survivalist type stuff. But I genuinely don't think that was this guy's deal. When you read, and he was writing, kind of journaling to himself, keeping notes on things. But I think he also knew there was a market for some of that kind of stuff, and he would eventually he recorded a few kind of that the handheld movie type um, things for PBS or National Geographic or something. I don't know who was paying him, but they basically, hey, here's where I live. He's kind of do the Les Stroud thing, however many years before all that was even a deal. Why do I have birch saplings? I must have picked them up out of here, thinking that they were sugarcane. I don't know. All right, we've done all that. We've got. Wait, was that my last pick? We're doing better than I thought. How did we? I guess I shouldn't question it, but. Alright, yay us. I thought we still had like a whole nother pick to go. Alright, well, good for us. So yeah, anyway, this dude, I'll try to refresh my memory on the name of the guy and pop it up there. But he kind of lived the Minecraft type life, right? He basically whatever paid, or whatever, with this buddy to go up to this lake. Is one year, as soon as the ice was out enough to land him, he went up and he had some basic supplies, but basically with his knowledge he could take a supply of hand tools and canoe, and some fishing gear. He had a couple rifles and basic stuff. He wasn't going unprepared, but was basically, coming out to say people can still live the way they had once upon a time, and this is kind of the life. So he definitely had some success. I think this was what we wanted to check also. Just kind of wandering here. But to make sure that all of these hives are now productive. And they are. Good. So, lots of good stuff there. I don't remember why I was talking about the dude that lived in Alaska in his little wood cabin. Don't look at me up on that. Anyway, it's a cool story. I'll probably, he's something that resonates with me about Minecraft, certainly. When I'm playing, I kind of, occasionally think back to, oh yeah, you remember that guy that lived in Alaska and talked about, all the steps that he was making as he built a cabin to live in. Kind of went from living in a buddy's cabin while he was preparing his own homestead, I guess, and then kind of transitioned out of it, and all the stuff that he worked on and tried. I think we've got enough that now I would like come in here, take 3. These are both silks. And there, we are going to need this. We are definitely gonna need this. Let's go. Quick little run. We'll see if we can get lucky here. Now the other advantage, I think we're gonna go back to where we'd gone previously on this run. But you know, if that really pans out, peters out to the point where we're just constantly, we're surrounded by deep lava and it's not productive to fight with it anymore, then we'll pull back and can maybe make a side door in our tunnels. We got long, vast areas where we're underground and can just, make a side chamber, go deep, and make runs under those. 121. So, more or less, I think we can... How far did I go here? More or less, I think we can run almost constantly in fire res mode. We won't use them unless we have to, but and just kind of push. Wasn't that one we were using? It was here. And we'd set this up as our precursor. So 3 blocks apart. And I guess I should have said, oh yeah, getting the tunnels was really the toughest wear on the tools. This certainly rivals it. No. Yeah? Okay, we put away the fortune. Why am I seeing these? Did I break that with a shovel or something? I don't know. Very confused. Goodness. Oh, that makes that easy. Maybe. No. No. How far is it? Looks pretty big. Is this how I got... Uh-oh. Where did I come from? Oh, actually, that... How did I get to that view where I could see the whole darn thing? Okay, is this was where my tunnel was? That's why it can be a little scary. So we could, at least on this side, blast through. I don't know how much good it will really do us. Is this our tunnel again? Yeah. Alright, well, maybe not the best. This is what, oh, really? So now it just starts over here again? Well, we're having a lot of fun in the lava. I don't know that we're doing much in the way of finding future netherrack, fortunately, but again, that's why we make lots of potions. Ooh, look at that, we got rewarded. Now this will probably pull us back into that lava again. Oh. And just the one piece. Oh, that's a shame. Alright, well, we're halfway to something. Please just be a minor thing. I would expect we're pretty darn close to having this sizzle on us. Uh, 3 minutes left. Yeah, we're doing alright. Huh. A little bit tougher here, and I shouldn't have backed up at all. It's a lot more. So could that be another bastion? Maybe. May just be a pocket of blackstone as well. Don't know. Darn it. Yeah, soul sand. Obviously sense that we're getting a little more irregular in types of that we're in, and that's certainly a valid reason if we wanted to turn back. I think that we should still have the same chance for ancient debris here. It just slows down the and get me back in there. Come on. Alright, so that was one thingamajobber down. And at 8 minutes, not too far through our remaining time. Sure would like to see just another couple, enough to at least do one of our tools. That looked very bright over there. I don't think we'll push hard for the extra nether rack. We've all seen what can happen when you move too much gravel and there's a light source behind it. Guess what that light source is? I'll give you 2 hints. It's liquid and it's hot. This also looks hot and flowy. got off easy there. Maybe. Maybe not. Be ready on the... Ah! Alright. Gotta move that. I've missed 2 placements along the way now because 4 is just my ready block finger, and having that empty bottle it doesn't stop anything. You throw an empty bottle at you can't even throw it. You just wave it at the oncoming lava. Don't do much. Got some more drips. Well, there goes all my quartz. Thanks, lava. See how far we can get. Missed it. Uh-oh. Alright. Enough of that direction. 36. Speed racer our way back. Have a snack while we do, and I'm gonna have a sip while we do. It went a long way. But those potions got us through some otherwise long hauls. Now I don't want to come back this way on the next leg. We'll probably do it because it'll be a long time before I come back or something, and I'll accidentally return down this way. But we know it's pretty soon after we head in that direction that we run into that lava lake, sea, whatever it was. Unfortunately, I think there's one pretty quick here too as well. But let's give it a try. See what we can accomplish here. This is the worst part of not too bad here, except for the hole. And boom, boom. Fill the floor in. Alright, well, not too bad there. This looks worse. Ah, not there. It's very, I don't know how to best describe it, but it's like an odd flow feeling when you're in the lava, even on the with the potion. So it's not burning us. We're working fine, but don't know if tackiness is the right word to describe it, but it really does feel as though it's almost got a weight to it. Okay. Of course, one more to slow us down. And here we go out the other side. Come on, then. Ooh. Ooh. It's not all a waste. Huh. That's odd. Oh. I don't want to lose my way. Alright, then just one more long, slow haul through here. I don't remember this being quite so large. Alright, maybe we're through and on to, oh, not quite yet. Fire status effect makes it real tough to see what you're running over. Alright, still got room to grab some of those. Nope, that wasn't right. You guys, savvy viewers that you are, may have noticed. Not correct place for that block. gotta get back to the netherite mine. Oh. For just a second, I thought that was ancient debris. Not just more quartz. I like the quartz. Ooh. But, definitely prefer some more debris. We're gonna have to check to make sure we're picking this stuff up. Alright, where's my back? Well, we'll be well set to repair this pick, I guess. It's, you know, find the bonuses where you can. What's good about this situation? Oh, I just used up the last of my potion. Alright. Go ahead and take it. Because we're 13 minutes out from the end anyway. If that, we'll kind of use this potion as a guide here. Once it's through, we'll be through. How do I want to do this? Start with here. Nope. Okay. Along back like that. That's now good. A little on the side there. Yes. Oh, that's not going to work actually. More and more and more. Oh. How did I miss that? Poop. I'm still picking up those golds, right? Yep. Only got 18 in a stack, so lots of room. Don't know that I managed that particularly well. I think I may have buried that gold. Oh well. Go then, gunslinger. There are other golds than this. latest Dark Tower update for all of you that may be familiar and are following along. The Reap approaches. That's and it. I think that's part of my struggle with that particular section of this book is that it. Even the first time I read it, and as it's a reread for me, I really know what's coming, but it just strikes me more now reading it for a second time how long the build-up is for something that is coming. It's one of those inevitability stories. In the sense of like an old Greek tragedy. From the very onset that it's not going to end well. I mean, for one thing, it's Stephen King, but even within the confines of the story, if it was anybody's book, the characters set you up knowing that this is not going to turn out well. It's just a nature of everything that's going on in the larger universe is that, this isn't going to have a happy ending. And I think part of what I struggle with that particular section of this book, even though it's a genre I really love, and I think some of it is extremely well written to my taste, it's just that you're just plowing through, going like, all right, can we get to the part where it all happens? And there's just so much build up, and that's. I don't see that lately because I love long form. I was mentioning earlier in this episode Alastair Reynolds, an author who a couple of the short stories were used in Love, Death, Robots, the anthology, kind of animated. Some are live action, but just a sci-fi anthology variety series. And I got introduced to his works. The first one I ever read of his was Chasm City, which is set in the Revelation space universe. And he's written half dozen or so full-length novels in that universe, as a subset of his greater work. He's not exclusively writing in a single universe. But he has one, and the stories are not, it's not like the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, where everything is tied directly together. These happen and have common universe parameters, right? The same laws apply across them, but the individual novels may be hundreds or thousands of years apart. And equally, may be as far apart in space in that universe. So, cool stuff. And he's kind of in that space opera, hard sci-fi space. Not as much fantasy sci-fi as just parameters within the cosmos, and then adding fictional elements to them. And I think it's really good. But those are long format books as well, where the stories and the characters develop over thousands of pages, and you're not just getting a framework plot, to drive action and sell copies. So I really appreciate that, and that's why I consider The Stand among one of my very favorite books all time. It's incredible, and it's certainly very long format as well. In The Stand, I don't think you quite have the same sense of waiting for a foregone conclusion that you do in this particular part of the Dark Tower series. It's but things are heating up now. as I said, for any that know, a few days away from the Reap now. So that's kind of the climactic event. And thinking, sci-fi, master of modern horror and all that, Reap is actually in the universe he's created kind of a more like a harvest festival. I wouldn't say like a Halloween, although it has some of those elements from our reality, our future, our lives. But really, would be more along a traditional, when societies were more agrarian, of a harvest where all the crops are in. The vast majority of the population works directly in agriculture. So not only is that a good in the celebration that you have enough food to get you through the winter, right? We're not looking at imminent death here. But in addition to that, the hard-working months of the year are over. Yeah, the weather's going to be less ideal. There will be challenges and lots of stuff to do, but you're in a period where all that hard work of harvesting is actually done. So, yeah, I think he's writing about something that 100, maybe 150 years ago in the United States even would have been a very familiar concept. Much more so than like today's Halloween. That's a relatively new phenomenon concept. Instead, it would have been, when you lived in small, scattered farming communities, where most, even within the town, was a very small percentage of the area's population. Most people were just scattered out on small farm holdings, and would then, walk, ride, however they could, come into those towns for market days or church services, or, the few activities you needed to come into town, just festivals and things. So a celebration of a harvest where there would be, kind of an all-day thing. And I think spring and fall festivals would much fit into this kind of a tradition. But you would come from your remote homes and start early start out early, because you wouldn't have particularly fast means of transportation. You would then meet up with others. Okay, we do have enough to get one more tool. That's awesome. So you would, wake early, take care of whatever animals or things that you had, chores around your house, just to, kind of get by for the day. It wouldn't be a getting stuff done around home day, and then dressing in your whatever best clothing type stuff you had. You'd head into town, and throughout the day would be kind of that, what's grown into our state fairs / touring carnival type ideas, where you've got games for the kids, and you may have competitions amongst the farmer. The idea of blue ribbon for the best pumpkin, or the best pig, whatever. You in a reaping or a harvest fair, you would show off those fruits of your farm, your labor, and kind of say, hey, this is the best that I've had this year. How's that compare? And, in a small type community like that, it would reflect who could grow the best flowers, whose bees made the most flavorful honey, who had the best pies. I don't know. Again, kind of the crafts and stuff, during the daytime, women who may work collaboratively in like a social quilting bee would probably spend some of that time working together. They may also show some of their wares or crafts. Again, your clothing itself would probably be a reflection of your family's labor. So by wearing your, kind of your Sunday best, those might be, for the kids, those might particularly be dresses or shirts or things that a family member had crafted and were then having them wear to show off. Hey, look at what did I say? Billy, something like that earlier. Name. Look at little him. He's running around. That new shirt is a new fabric I got. Whatever. Excuse me. All right. We gotta hustle. Let's go upstairs and cook these first. How are we doing on time? Oh man, it's already 2:02. I didn't want to go long. We should also get a screenshot though. Hi, S'more. I don't think we even said hi to you today. Almost 3. One more here. You guys cook. Down. Salty. We're gonna need a screenshot if we can think of one. I haven't done one of those in a minute. I didn't feel bad about not having one from the last episode because really all we were doing was expanding those tunnels, so there wasn't a whole lot of material to work with, so to speak. Alright, a lot of that. I think we got some sand and soil. We have some... Didn't we? Maybe not. Alright. Take this back around. Quartz. Have some more gold to cook. Up we run. Three. What happened? Guys? Did I just dump that somewhere? That's why you don't rush things. Oh my goodness. Almost had a heart attack. Alright. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here and there. This is as good as any. And let's screenshot that. Because why not? That's kind of different and cool. No, not the loom. We want to use... Oh, did I do it? No, I didn't do it. Of course I didn't do it. I'm too excited about the screenshot. There we go. Awesome. So that that will have more durability than, and I mean, it has more attack damage. We don't really care there, but it will gain about another. I don't know if it's even quite half again, but as much as the diamond had gotten over iron, it does like another percentage of that durability. It's probably between a third and a half of how much extra durability you get. So it'll last that much longer than our regular diamond picks. So as we turn that into more netherite mining trips with less interruptions, so on and so forth, right? Now let's just quick do that. Let's quick cook these. The rest of this we can deal with next time. And for me, that may be today. I don't know. We'll see what the weather does after. I've got some stuff I talked about last time that I'm going to be doing today. But after all that, I don't know if it's rainy and wet and nasty out. I may not look to spend extended periods of time outdoors today. So we'll see what we come up with. But for now, and as always, soap and water. Always good. For today and always, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. I hope we're getting an enjoyable playthrough here together. I think again this will be episode 66, or not order 66. We're not going to wipe out the order. No, we're definitely on the side of light, and we're going to keep spreading that light throughout our world of slow cooker here. So you guys do take a break. I hope your weather is nice and beautiful out, and hope you can enjoy what's left of your weekend, or whenever you may be watching this, night or day. If you are watching a stream of videos or playing games yourselves, make sure to build in some break time for yourself. Get up, move around. Do stick your head outside because of the fresh air and sights of the open sky, and not just digital screens, will do you good, make you feel good, and in that way you'll be taking care of yourself, and if you can, take care of somebody else. Until that next time, do take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.